Virginia State Troopers were in a car chase that they're going to be talking about probably forever. If you haven't seen this video, it's absolutely fascinating. This happened right outside Richmond, Virginia, where a soldier, now known to be a lieutenant in the Army National Guard, Virginia Army National Guard, his name hasn't been released, but he's been arrested. He surrendered to police around 9:40 p.m. Took Virginia State Police on a high-speed car chase. But it really wasn't a car that he was driving. He was driving an M577 armored vehicle, and it's a command post. It's built on the M113, and it's a like a mobile command post. It's impervious. It's slightly armored, impervious to small arms fire. High speed was about 40 miles per hour, and you can see the Virginia State Police giving this thing a wide berth in the video, which is probably a really good idea. But they say the soldier was from Fort Pickett in Blackstone, Virginia. He then drove this thing at 40 miles an hour, being pursued by the Virginia State Police and eventually City of Richmond PD. And he drove it into the city of Richmond. And like I said, around 9:40 p.m., he just pulled over and gave himself up. Now, he's an officer assigned to an engineering battalion. He holds the rank of lieutenant. We don't know anything else about the guy. But geez. So now this is an older piece of equipment. Equipment like this is being phased out for the regular Army. It's been in use since about the Vietnam War, which is typically the kind of equipment that, National Guard troops get from WVTR, the CBS affiliate in the area. He surrendered. The vehicle stopped at East Broad Street and 11th Street in the city of Richmond. He surrendered to the Virginia State Police when he pulled this armored personnel carrier over. Now, it's important to note, this was not an armed vehicle. The vehicle didn't have any guns on it. It has no cannons, guns, anything like that. So, short of him driving this vehicle, which weighs 11.6 tons, 40 miles an hour is pretty fast, there was never any other risk to the public of him firing any kind of weapon, heavier weapon, light weapon, anything like that. Again, they say he lives in the area. He's a commander with an engineering battalion. And the Army has confirmed it was an M577, the National Guard. People who saw this, I mean, the tweets are actually pretty funny. But a witness who saw it said, quote, a guy named Brian Wingard, who lives in the area, it just seemed like something out of a movie. I heard a large vehicle. It sounded like a tank, but it was moving pretty fast. Now, charges are pending against the driver while the investigation continues. He's going to probably lose his commission, be booted out of the Army, and I'm sure charged criminally for this. Why he would do this is anybody's guess. This is absolutely bizarre. It's interesting. I wish I had chased an armored personnel carrier and I was a cop. I didn't. The most unusual call I ever had, non-violent call, was a horse got loose in the Bronx on the Grand Concourse. It was very busy. A lot of the cops I work with grew up in the city, and I was familiar with horses. I always rode. I have a horse now, and was able to eventually calm the horse down, get him out of traffic with some food, get his bridle, get him back in the horse carrier, me and the driver of the horse carrier. But, yeah, that was about the most unusual non-violent crime call I had. And police work, particularly for state troopers, is often hours and hours of boredom. State troopers patrolling these rural roads and pulling people over. And it's hours and hours of boredom some nights. And then you get that moment of excitement. Sometimes a moment of terror. Sometimes a moment of sadness. This was a moment of excitement and probably a what the moment. And believe me, these cops are going to be out drinking, these troopers, laughing about this for a long time to come. Now, we can laugh about it because nobody got hurt. But this was nearly a 12-ton, a 24,000-pound vehicle traveling at 40 miles an hour. That's a lot of kinetic energy right there. Thank God this thing didn't hit a home, hit a vehicle. It would have killed anybody it came in contact with. Had it hit a vehicle, it would have crushed the occupants. Airbags wouldn't have mattered with a vehicle like this. Had it crashed into a home or an open business, we'd have seen many, many casualties, most likely serious injuries, fatalities. So we could joke about it now that everybody was okay. Great job by the Virginia State Police, local police in Richmond, for giving this thing a wide berth and getting the guy to slow down, pull over, and surrender. But, you know, I wish I had been able to chase an armored vehicle. I think it would have been, providing it ended like this with no injuries, would have been a lot of fun and a good war story to tell for a lot of years. Go to the App Store, download the Rebel app. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.